Hello, hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to this week's weekly goddess forecast. And my name is Abigail Mensah-Bonsu for those of you who are new to my work and who are new to my channel and also this weekly goddess forecast. So we're going to begin, I'm going to begin with talking about the energy of this week. And then after that, I will go ahead and share the cards that came in, and also so that you can receive your message for the week. And then we're going to end with a little meditation to basically guide you through the week, to help you through the week. So are you ready? Let's go ahead and begin. So this week, what is coming in really loudly, what I'm really feeling in terms of the energy of the week is this awakening of a new purpose in life. And new, I'm talking about what you're here to do, your job, your career. A lot of people have really stepped into the stage or the phase where they're reconsidering, or they're looking to see if what they were doing before is still what they want to continue to do. And then you have others who are also finally saying, hey, I am no longer going to do the things that that don't bring me any joy, that don't inspire my spirit, that don't support me and my life and my family. I'm gonna rather do this, that, this is what my soul wants me to do. So a lot of people are waking up to their soul purpose, their soul calling, and also how they can make it happen and earn money through that. A lot of people are waking up to realizing that the things that they thought were just hobbies, are actually things that they can make money through, because there are people that need their services as well, right? There's so much, so many people waking up to their unique calling. That word unique was very loud and clear, because we all have our own way of being of service to humanity, and our gifts call in those people that have contracts with you to work with you, for you to help them, guide them, heal them, whatever that is, bring them joy, inspire them, empower them, whatever it is that you're here to do. And this week I'm really getting like that awakening, the realization of this. And it's not just realizing your soul path, your soul work, your soul mission. It's about, and this is how you can get it done. And it's happening really fast, or I should say it's happening really easily, like very easily. Like the moment you realize, like, okay, for example, oh my gosh, I really enjoy making art. I really love it. It fills me up. And you step into it and you post, let's say you post your first, one of your art on Facebook, and all of a sudden someone's like, hey, I would like to buy your art for this amount. And you're like, whoa. Right. And so you begin to sell your art. So you jump right into it. And then next thing, something pops up, in your email or social media. It's like, hey, this is how you can set up an online shop to sell your art pieces. And then you get that going, and boom, boom, boom. Before you know it, you have everything set up and you're doing what you love and you're making money doing it. We're no longer, here's the thing. Here's the other thing that's coming in. I feel like before there were a lot of people, healers, teachers, leaders, that were kind of afraid to charge for their services because it came so easily to them, and perhaps they thought they were having too much fun with their purpose, right? And there was a deeper programming that you had to suffer and work hard and hustle. Otherwise, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Well, guess what? In this new energy, in the 5D, and what we are being activated into, we're being given the opportunity to basically step into a new way of living where things don't have to be hard. You get to choose if you want to hustle in order to be successful, or to align with a higher, a greater, universe, God, divine, holy goddess, Holy Spirit, whatever you call that higher power, but to co-create with the higher power, to make your manifestations easy. Life can be easy if you choose that. And it's okay if you have no idea how that's going to be easy. You can hear your brain say, yeah, right. Yeah, right. Keep thinking, keep daydreaming. But that's okay. Let your brain do that, because you know what? The higher power is badass. And you have to realize that your holy self, your higher self, in conjunction to the divine, the higher power, working together with you, it makes things easy. It makes things flow. Things begin to fall into place. There's a lot of synchronicities and miracles and magic that begins to happen in your life. There's a lot of clarity, right? You're still taking the steps. You're still doing the work, but you don't feel like you are swimming against the current. You actually begin to feel like you're swimming with the current. So you do see, when you're swimming with the current, you're actually moving forward, and you're barely doing stuff, but you are aligned with the direction of your true path. And so everything moves smoothly, everything aligns beautifully, becomes easy. This is where life becoming easy for you comes from. It's with the alignment, right? So I'm getting a lot of that energy coming in this week. A lot of people beginning to realize what they really want to do, what they've always wanted to do all along, and really stepping into that purpose. And because they do, having all that divine help coming in, divine support coming in to make sure everything falls in place for things to move forward smoothly. So that's a little bit about the energy of this week. So if you haven't yet, let's go ahead and dive in with the messages from the cards. And this week I'm using the Transformation Oracle deck. I love this deck right here. Yeah, and it's by Sonia Shannon. She is incredibly gifted, powerful goddess, and I love her teachings. I love her art. I love her card deck, and she actually has a new one that came in that you can check it out too. So that's what I'm going to be using. So if you haven't done this yet, as always, go ahead and close your eyes. Place your hand on your heart, your womb. Use your breath to dive in deep, align with source, align with your heart. We're going to call in your higher self to come and join you at this time as you choose which message is specifically for you this week, to guide you this week. 1, 2, or 3. Once you've received your number, go ahead and open your eyes and let's begin. So this week, there's 3 cards that came in. The first card that came in, so first I want to talk a little bit about the element of these cards. This card deck has like different dimensions to it. You can look at the element, you can look at the pictures, you can look at the meaning of it, and each of those give you a different level of the message that comes through. So I want to share with you the elements that came in. So the first card is Emergence, and it brings in the energy of fire. So you can see that when I look at this card, it's definitely activation. We're bringing in the activation of your new purpose, of what you want to do, your soul mission, and then bringing in the passion, the excitement, so that you can continue to do this, so you can make this happen, right? So first card is the fire card. The second card is the earth card. Actually, hold on. The second card is actually the water card. So we have here celebration. So you get initiated into your soul path, getting the clarity of what you really want to do moving forward, what you want to create in your life. And then, you're in the energy of excitement, you're in the energy of passion, inspiration, like you're moving forward, everything is flowing beautifully. And then next is like you're being reminded to celebrate this victory, celebrate every step of the way that you create that which you want to create. And then the last card is the Earth card, which is just grounding everything, grounding all that water and fire energies. But on top of that, this card really helps us to, or reminds us of the new journey, right? The new way of being. Again, after that, you go back to celebration, that new, celebrating that new way of being, right? So let's go ahead and begin. If you were drawn to card number 1, again, that first card is that fire card. Is you're being activated this week. This week is all about activation. It's about gaining clarity of, gaining clarity. It's also about the breakthrough that will be happening, and that's where the clarity comes in. So breaking through to the next level, what does that next level look like? What do you need to put into it to create that next level, so that it's in honor of you and in support of your vision, of your true heart's vision, of your soul vision, of your soul mission, your soul path, and aligning to that, right? So if you're drawn to the card number 1, the fire card, emergence, here is your message. Life is a series of phases with abrupt transitions, like a giant staircase. We spend a long time in each stage before emerging into the next. Our bodies go through periods of growth, fertility, and maturity. Similarly, our spiritual awareness evolves in planes of understanding and awakening. We slowly integrate until unexpectedly one day we find we've arrived at a new level. That's the other thing I wanted to say. The fire card always represents spirit. Fire represents spirit. So we're bringing in that energy of spirituality here. Yeah. So you may feel like part of you has been in a cocoon or in hibernation forever. Or you may feel you've been in a storm of chaos and difficulties without end. Either way, many elements need to be organized inside before you can emerge. The breakthrough means you are finally past the dormancy or blockage. Awareness and intentionality help you bridge between the preparation stage and your emergence. Patience and endurance can help you stay in tune with your natural timing of growth. Don't force or push the process. Just let it unfold. Keep working steadily towards your goal and trust that the veils will part and the universe will reveal its secret to you. Very important message. So let's go ahead and dive in. Card number 2. If you were drawn to card number 2, your card for this week is celebration, bringing in the energy of water, which is your emotions, your heart, right? Aligning to your heart soul path. So here's your message. If you were drawn to this card, this week is all about celebrating. And it says dance for joy, right? Good times are finally here. Let go of your cares and have fun. Break out of isolation and join with others for a seriously good time. Life has some wild, fun rides, so hang on. In nature, a welcome rain after a long, hot spell brings relief, giddiness, and exuberance. We are invigorated. We may need an occasion to end the fun drought. Thank goodness for birthdays, reunions, and launches. Celebration re-energizes us and balances out long periods of labor. We all need more laughter, dance, and play in our life, so live it up. Being with our community gives us a chance to eat, drink, and chat with cheer. The fizzy exuberance multiplies our happiness like bubbles rising to infinity. A great party is a mini vacation whose joy lingers for days. Don't be a stick in the mud or hold back because of self-consciousness. Grab the good times while you can. Delight like the children chasing around. Be present to times with friends and families and drink in high points of life. Nothing lasts forever, so celebrate your heart out while you can. Beautiful. I love that last part. Celebrate your heart out while you can, right? Everything, the more you tap into the energy of celebration, the more you kind of open up your cup to receive more of that joy, right? Celebrate everything is worth celebrating. Even waking up in the morning, being able to take in a deep breath in, being able to drink water, being able to eat your breakfast, everything is worth celebrating. So begin to incorporate those small celebrations as well as the larger ones, okay? If you're drawn to card number 3, we move into the earth card, kind of grounding all that fire and the water, the emergence and the celebration, kind of grounding all that energy with this card. So journey. And this card is really reminding us of a new way of being, right? A new way of being and a new understanding. And so let's see, what does this card say? If you were drawn to card number 3, this is your message. Let another land or culture transform you. I'm going to take a little drink of water. Let another land or culture transform you. A trip abroad deepens our understanding of life and develops our character. When we expose ourselves to unfamiliar lifestyles, eat exotic foods, or learn new etiquette, we broaden our knowledge of human life. We stretch beyond our comfort zone and discover new interests, explore our boundaries, and overcome limitations. Simply going outside the borders of our neighborhood is a journey unto itself. Lessons and revelations await us. Folks may be friendly or hostile, and traditions differ from ones we know. By venturing beyond the familiar, we widen our sense of where we really live or work and confirm or unsettle our feelings of belonging. We find hidden delights along with potential dangers. Challenge yourself to navigate and survive alone in strange territory. Take a native style walkabout or vision quest in which you journey alone in the wilderness, face your fears, and return home. You never know. Your new worldliness and wisdom may bring into your life the very people or relationship you seek. Now, this part here, the other level of this message that is coming in is that right now, many of us are in this state, ordered to stay at home, being in quarantine. That is a new, like being exposed to a new way of living. And that is kind of inviting you to evaluate the way you're living. It's inviting you to try new things, new ways of connecting to other people. Many people are connecting through video chats, like Zoom or Facebook Messenger, but finding a way to even connect with others, which, without touch, without being face to face there with them, but with a different medium. We're finding ourselves living a different type of life at this time, right? And so with that, we're trying new things, which is piquing our imagination, piquing basically inviting us to think outside of the box. And yes, for many people, it's very uncomfortable to get outside of the box, to be kind of forced outside of the box. But you notice that once you step outside of the box and you take one step at a time forward, it begins to feel comfortable for you. And, that's all discovery. You don't need to go and walk in the forest. If you can, great. But even experiencing this new times that we're in, that is like going on a vision quest. That is like facing your fears. You're facing your fears every single day in this state that we're in. So I want you to take that into account. And just the key is to surrender into the process, because that process is going to take you to where you need to be. And yes, again, I'm going to say this again. You might have no idea what that looks like or where you're going and what that endpoint is going to be. But all you can do is just take one step at a time, and the next step will open for you, and it will just continue to do that. And the further, the more you move forward, the more clarity begins to come in. And again, you're always divinely guided and divinely protected. And you can always call in your divine team. You can always call in. I want you to especially call in your higher self to walk in front of you, to fill you up, to be within you and guide you through this process so you can find your way and enter into a more upgraded new life when this is all over. So let's go ahead and close our eyes and do the meditation portion. Taking a deep breath in here and out. I want you to drop your awareness from your mind into your heart. So see this ball of light from your forehead dropping into your heart space. And then see, sense, or feel like this beautiful pillar of light coming down from above and through, entering through the crown of your head, down through your throat, into your heart, where that light begins to expand, and let it continue to go down, coming out of your feet and into the earth. Allow this pillar of light to help you ground into the energy of Mother Earth. Taking a deep breath in and out. And at this time, I'm going to call in the divine feminine circle of golden light to come in. And you can see, sense, or feel this beautiful golden light bubble coming down from above and kind of just like engulfing you. So now you're standing in the middle, like you have this pillar of white, beautiful divine light around you, and then around that pillar of light you have that beautiful golden divine light also around you. Taking a deep breath in here, I want you to feel that even though you are in the midst of this high vibration, I want you to also feel how grounded you are in this high frequency. Feel Mother Earth hugging you and holding you tightly with your anchor. And at the same time, feel the divine above helping you feel lighter and reaching higher. So I think one thing I want to say, as you're receiving, being in the embrace of divinity in this state, I wanted to talk a little bit about the cards that came in. So we did receive the fire, the water, and the earth cards. And we're missing the air card, which represents what? The mind. It represents the mind. And so... And so, usually when you're missing an element, you need to visit it and see in what ways do you need to bring balance. And what I love about this week, not having the air element or the element of the mind and intellectual intellect in this week, is that we are eliminating the fact that we're going to overthink things, the fact that our ego might step in and stop us, or our minds, our thoughts, our negative thought patterns will come in and stop. What this is telling me is like this week, for all of us, we're getting that work done. Pay attention to your self-talk, pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to what comes up as you're stepping into that new phase, right? What are you saying to yourself? What is your mind telling you? So, and the other thing that's telling me is that because you're aligned with the divine, the other thing that is coming is because you're aligned to the divine, your mind is connected to the higher mind, because you call in your higher self this week to be embodied within you, to flow within you, to be one with you, that you get to embrace a higher mind perspective, an elevated mental thoughts and processes, right? And so I wanted to put that in there. Beautiful. So taking another deep breath in And exhale as we thank our higher selves, the Divine Mother, Divine Father above, our divine team for guiding us through this week. And I invite you to set a powerful intention this week that not only serves you, but serves humanity, in general. So one of the intention that I'm setting is for humanity to find peace and ease this week. For humanity to be open for the possibility of a better life, right? I invite you to share your intentions with me. If you haven't joined my group yet, if you're on Facebook, make sure to check out my free group, Moon Goddess Sacred Sanctum. If you are connecting with me on YouTube, go ahead and put your intention in the comments. I would love to read your intentions. Again, thank you so much for receiving this week's message, Goddess Message. And don't forget to click on the subscribe button and support my channel. Thank you so much for receiving this. And until next time, have a fabulous week.